Leander. Thank you for your time. You are known for your serves and volleys, but at the time, as you messaged me a short while ago, it's all about jhadu and pocha.
Hi, Diggy. Yes, you're giving family secrets away. I've traded my forehand and backhand in for Jharu Pocha. With a few more weeks of practice, I might go pro in that.
Yeah. But Lee, jokes apart, how's it been? Because the family's been separated. You are in Mumbai with your father, but there are other families scattered all over. So how you all managing? How you all holding up?
I think this coronavirus is a bit of a rogue virus. It's hit us all over the world. It's such a global pandemic. You can't see it coming. You don't know where it's coming from. So it's put everybody in such a fear. I think it's really important to practice social distancing, to really stay at home. And yes, for my family, we're all dispersed. I've got a really large family, being Bengali and Goanese, Portuguese, just a really large family. So we're concerned about my mom, my stepmom. They're both in Calcutta. They're alone at home. So, make sure that they're fine. My father's with me, which is awesome. My daughter's with me, which is awesome. So looking after a 75-year-old and a 14-year-old is not the easiest thing to do to keep them entertained. But there is great fun after 30 years to spend good quality time with my family. I've got a niece who's in Italy at the moment with a little kid. I've got a nephew who's in Spain at the moment with a little kid. My middle sister, Maria, is in California. So it's a bit hard. It's a little stressful. But like most families where we're all spread out all over the world, it's important to take this time to connect with people, just as we are doing, connecting here via Skype or via visual video chat. It's important to connect with our people, and it's important to stay happy. It's important to recognize that we're all in a lockdown, and that's the best way to make sure this pandemic does not spread, but to really make the most of our time.
This was going to be your final season, is what you had declared. But considering that most of the tennis calendar this year is going to be a write-off, have you re-evaluated your plans?
Not yet, Diggy, because really we've just come off a wonderful Australian Open. I came off the Indian Open in Pune and then Bangalore, and I had a wonderful finale in Dubai, one of my favorite tournaments in the world in Dubai, and they gave me a great farewell there. So it's kind of ironic. No one expected this pandemic to hit us so quick, so fast. I feel like it's really important for us to reinvent ourselves. It's important for us to even with me, with my one last row season, I will evaluate with my team when the lockdown finishes. I will evaluate with my team when the tournaments start again. But at this moment in time, at 47, it's very important to reevaluate and reinvent myself, to be able to do new things, to be able to do digital work, to be able to continue my corporate work by digital or video chat, to be able to motivate and entertain people through the vehicles that we have today.
Federer had his volley challenge. You came up with your version of the volley challenge, and what that unexpectedly threw up and had all Indian tennis fans going gaga was you and Mahesh Bhupathi, your old tennis partner, actually, coming together and trying to impress each other with your fans, and who's the better one. You actually had a no-look volley kind of a challenge. The competitive juice between you two still rages, it seems, after all these years, and good to see both of you egging each other on.
Yeah, the friendship is always been there. The respect has always been there. The competitiveness is always going to be there. And I think that when you leave Hesh and myself together, we're all right. I think it's when other things happen around us that we both want to do things our way. We're very, very different as people, and that's probably what shines through. And that being said, doing that volley challenge, I was doing what I was good at, which is the no look volley. He was doing what he's good at. He took a small frying pan. And it's fun. I think that one of the things that Hesh and myself were able to do, and one of the reasons I will always respect what he's done and what we've done, is to prove to India that we can be world beaters. Is to prove to India that we could be number one in the world at sport. I think before we did it, I don't believe there were any number ones in the sport in the open era.